What do you guys want to do? You want to build a snowman or something?
Hell yeah.
Build a snowman.
Let's go
Doesn't
get
seem
started right
like
away.
It's the time.
Yeah, go ahead, start Foot.
Foot. You're gonna make Foot do it.
Yeah, do it. I'll
Yep.
gather the pieces for the arms and the face.
I was gonna say, gathering pieces is kind of everything you do with the snowman.
You've already spent enough time gathering pieces of things.
And if we ever need to talk to Old Man Jenkins, we just put this hat on him, and he comes back to life.
Does he now?
I hope not. I hope to God not.
So, if we're all ready to transcend into the world of the game, or what remains of the world of the game.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh man, how big was that avalanche?
That sounded very culty, to be honest.
I mean, no one we cared about died
That we know of.
that we know of.
That you know of.
Speaking of which, I want to go down and pick up the prospector's hat. We need to bring it as peace offering to the Yetis, just in case.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so you guys, that is canon that you dropped him off a cliff, right?
Yeah.
You guys are absolute fucking gremlins.
Goblins.
He said he exploded. Yeah, we are goblins. Thank you.
It's true. It is true. This cannot be disputed.
Well, this is an entire party of goblin or goblinoids.
All right. So what did happen last session? You guys decided to make an alliance with the Yetis.
Yep.
By freeing the Yetis from the servitude of a hag. You met a crazy old prospector, Old Man Jenkins.
Which turned out to be a giant mistake from the get-go.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was Dan. So, on the way to freeing the Yetis from aforementioned servitude, you guys, or certain members of you guys, elected to drop half a mountain onto the hag and the Yetis, and the Yetis' families, and the Yetis' neighbors, and 3 villages at the foot of the mountain, possibly. When you looked around, the Yetis you had hoped to strike an alliance with were nowhere to be found.
Very rude of them, to be honest, because we did break the hag's hold on them. So we held up our end.
We did.
Which leaves you guys kind of not far from the scene of the crime, I'll say. Yes, Leslie can go down and grab the prospector's hat.
And whatever else he has on him. I don't think he had much, honestly.
No, most of what he had exploded. He used all that he had. A bunch of alchemist's fire. Had a mess of sort of junk on his back, which seemed like it was capable of doing something, but whatever properties it once had, it just looks like a bunch of loose and disheveled junk that's sort of scattered down the mountainside at this point. You do find a wand.
Oh, I'll pick that up too. I'll bring it more back as evidence.
All right.
I guess it has charges, right?
Roll Arcana for me, since you're the one grabbing it, or you can bring it back to the guy who actually has Arcana.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back to the guy who knows how.
By the way, Foot, you have changed back from this sordid, unhallowed tundra bird that you found yourself turned into.
Anyone else have like this really weird acid trip?
What's acid?
We'll get into that after.
Ironically, Old Man Jenkins probably knows the answer to that. Well, he did.
He did know the answer at one point. Hey, Foot, look at this.
I am Foot.
And I throw it in his face.
I am Foot. Last session, you were Flipper.
Yeah, I will go ahead and rub this on my face and figure out what it does.
I'll put Old Man Jenkins' hat on my head as a souvenir.
21 Arcana.
21. Okay, yeah. It's beaten, battered, and a little bit charred, and seems to be covered in some sort of funky dirt. But you know that what you're looking at is a wand of fireball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. This is a wand of making things pretty toasty.
Which is what it's known as in Goblin.
It's a wand of making toast?
No, making things like toast.
I don't like toast. Would it work on me?
Oh, it would.
I've always been interested in liking toast.
Well, we'll get to that eventually after the mission.
You like toes? Ooh, gross. Get away from me.
Don't judge me.
No, Okay, so you are in this desolate landscape. The sun has crested and is now heading towards the horizon. There may be Yetis around who are not very thrilled with you. And you are close to the top of... Well, actually, no, I'll say you're at the top of the mountain now. The top of the mountain has rather come down to you instead of vice versa.
Anything get uncovered from us destroying a mountain? Any, like, caves or something?
Not that you can see.
I mean, we basically blew the peak off. So if anything, we've probably covered quite a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was only by a miracle that you were able to find all of the Yetis that you had freed from the hag's grasp. You did not find the hag or really any evidence of the hag's hut either.
We'll have to be on the lookout for that. But it should be easy to find a hut with chicken legs.
You would think.
You'd think, but, that allows them to walk around. That makes it hard.
Forget, does the house fly too? I don't think it does.
You don't know.
But it did the other day.
Sure did the other day.
I don't know if that's the same thing.
Flying is just falling, so...
Falling with...
Anyway, I'm okay with trying to work it out with the Yetis that we killed the guy who caused the avalanche. And, we totally weren't responsible.
Okay.
Totally not us if we run into the Yetis, but I'm also good with avoiding them.
Gotcha. So the plan, you might say, is not to head back to Yeti Town.
If we can help it.
Yeah, it would have been pretty difficult to find anyway, so... Well, all right then.
Should we check up one of those Yetis we almost killed? The ones we left by the skulls?
Oh, you already checked for those and they had gone.
Oh, okay. I forgot if we did that or not.
Yeah, I was going to say the Yetis we almost killed is quite a wide range there.
Yeah, we almost killed a lot of Yetis. We would have had a big fire if we had killed them all.
Yep, big honorable fire.
Yeah.
Very toasty.
So what do you guys want to do? You want to build a snowman or something?
Hell yeah.
So you could camp up here, although the air is a little thin.
Well, Clay, should we just head to Freefall now?
Please, dear gods.
All right, guys, let's listen to Clay. He's paying us after all, or his
We
boss is paying us.
are getting paid. Forgot about that part. I thought we were just having some...
We're all doomed.
Yeah, if you keep that attitude.
So you guys start hiking back down the hill. I
Yeah,
suppose, you've got your broom.
Yeah, if it becomes too difficult, I'm gonna whip out the broom, and we can fly under the cover of night.
Yep, that's true.
Although personally, my suggestion would be not to try to fly over the walls of Freefall.
Oh no, no, we won't do that.
I think you'd just get shot down. You're not the only one who could fly,
Yeah, I know for a fact flying is something that's accounted for.
Indeed.
With castle.
With castle defenses, specifically castle defenses in this realm, actually a little piece of useful world building that might help put things into perspective. About 30 years ago in this world, 30 to 40 years ago, the world was ruled by dragons, and there was a terrible war. So the places that survived tended to be places that were able to defend against air attacks.
So they're really good at shooting things out of the sky.
Pretty damn good at shooting things, or at least making things in the sky think twice.
Yeah, but that was like 30, 40 years ago, so, they're really rusty now. We'll be fine.
I mean, if you have like 100 guys shooting 100 arrows, it's gonna be pretty hard to dodge all that. Statistically, we're gonna get hit.
It's true. Of course, you are now in the unique position to be coming sort of down towards Freefall from up above.
So, Clay, what was the entrance again? The sewer entrance, I believe?
Well, the sewer entrance is, that's how you get into the castle. Getting into the town itself is another matter altogether.
Why can't we just go through the front gate?
You can go through the front gate of the town.
Yeah.
Just to, try to avoid attention and Killing people.
Oh fuck! I just remembered. The bard and the cleric we left at that place.
Indeed.
Should we go back? I don't think so.
Ooh,
Wait, that bard had something about getting in, right?
Not really.
Not really.
No, it was his princess was.
Oh no, his princess was in that castle. He just didn't really have a way in, as far as we know.
So,
I feel like if he got caught, then they probably.
Depends on what kind of entrance it is. Maybe he just knows a guy.
I mean,
So,
we've still got those badges.
Oh yeah, we do still have the badges. We have a bunch of those.
That's true. That's true. It would be pretty easy to pose as mercenaries who are already authorized by King Grisler.
Yeah, Clay. Still looking like one of those mercenary motherfuckers? The bald one? I forget what he looks like. I forget what his token was.
Yeah, the leader. That's the guy that Clay has been in the guise of for most of this journey.
What do you say, Clay? You up for that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm kind of tops with the espionage. That's sort of my entire deal.
It is what you were born to do. That's your entire purpose.
I don't know if I'd go that far. I have a rich inner life.
Yes, that's all you're good for. Disguising yourself and espionage.
So you're really friendly, and I enjoy.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Anyway, that the plan, guys?
Yeah.
Freefall disguised as mercenaries with the badges.
So you want to approach the actual gate. You trek down. The sun does dip down, and it gets quite cold. Freefall is above the tree line, and it's still snowy up in here in the rocks and the crags. The chief thing about Freefall that seems to be what has weathered it through the ages is that it is incredibly defensible. As you come down and the lingering last few rays of sunlight touch upon the town of Freefall proper in front of you, you can see that it's carved into the cliffs itself. There are a number of high cliffs onto which various dwellings and homes and places of business seem to have been built, along with a number of more cave-like sort of situations carved into the rock itself, and a large wall all around it. At the very top of this cliff, you can see the two towers of what appears to be a small castle that is... the face of it is also carved into the hillside, and you can sort of surmise from sort of like the size of the outside and also the windows that stretch up high above it, the slitted arrow windows, that it goes rather deep into the mountainside itself.
This is cloistered into the big walls, right?
Yeah, the whole thing is surrounded by walls to sort of like prop up the defensibility of this settlement.
So it's like two sets of walls you have to get through to get to that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like there's the outer wall that defends sort of like the citizenry, and then there's the wall of the fortress and castle itself.
You could say they're cloistered.
Cloistered.
You could, yes.
You could say
Yeah,
it's the cloister Pokemon.
You could say it's the cloister Pokemon, but I wouldn't.
You could say it's the one that looks like a clit.
Glitster. Somebody missed a real opportunity on the localization. Anyway, whew, we are children.
Manchill.
Okay, you guys hopping onto the stick up Leslie's ass when the going gets too rough.
Prestidigitation.
You prestidigitate that shit, literally. You're able to make your way without detection, and you join upon the road that leads up to the doors of Freefall. Do you wish to proceed now?
What does it look like at the doors?
You can see that there's still a few people who seem to be trying to get into the town. And from this distance, it seems as though the guards, there seems to be a long process of the guards interacting with people at the front door, though from this distance, you can't see precisely what is going on. There's also a handful of people who are kind of coming down away from the doors.
Is there anyone I can see that has like the same badges?
Most of this is happening like pretty far away from you.
Okay.
I'm gonna give that a big old no on that for now.
Well, should we put on our necklaces and like head there?
Yeah.
Mine's just a badge.
That was like a badge necklace, like you wore.
Some of them wore it on a chain.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
what
could
I
have
thought.
grabbed one of those.
That's what I thought. I thought they had chains.
It seems to have been up to the individual.
I'll take the necklace.
I'll take the necklace one. 3 sessions ago. You guys have your badges readily and easy for people to see. So you start walking towards the commotion at the door, the great stone doors of Freefall. A trader comes down the path towards you. As this trader, a tabaxi of all things, gets within about 15 feet of you. She seems to look back at the guards at the door as though to see if they're paying attention. And then she quickly tips her hat to you and she says, let me find a voice for this. Hold on. Yeah, I think we're going to do a German accent. Yeah, it's good.
He tips her hat to you and says, meow, 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 meow.
Says meow, meow, meow. Fuck you. Hello there. Are you hoping to enter the town of Freefall tonight before the gates close for the evening?
Yes, we are.
Excellent. Would you perhaps like for me to sell you some silver?
Why?
Yeah, Foot gets this like look on his face, like, what do we need silver for? Why do we need silver? Is it silver that we need?
Oh, is this perhaps your first time to the great kingdom of Freefall?
Yeah.
Oh yes, you see, it's a silver-based economy. They confiscate the gold at the front doors. It's a new policy.
Then are you planning on leaving as soon as you have our gold?
Well, yes, that's the idea. I'm traveling to the lowlands with my fares, and I have so much silver, but it is not as useful, is it? Making change in the lowlands. You give me the gold, and I give you the equivalent amount in silver, minus a certain commission.
What is the commission?
Foot is gonna turn to Glob Talk.
Yeah.
This sounds like horseshit. I'm gonna say that right now. This sounds like utter horseshit.
Foot's gonna turn to Globtuck. Globtuck's gonna turn to Clay. Is this real?
This doesn't sound real.
We've been operating in the villages down below for a while now. I heard he was talking about doing that, but I didn't realize that they had gone ahead and done it.
Can I roll insight to gauge truthfulness? Like anything?
Truthfulness from whom?
The German cat.
Yes, you absolutely may roll insight.
7.
You're not a cat person.
Can't read this cat face.
Yeah, the cats all seem sort of equally, like, untrustworthy. Like, is this cat about to, like, leave a dead rat in your shoe? You don't know.
Can I roll insight, even though Dave's just rolled insight?
I don't know. It's a little skill bombing, but also it makes sense for your character as an investigator to be sort of like to have a finger on the pulse of this sort of thing. So, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, even as Dave said it, I was trying to remember what it actually was. And I'm going to add a superiority die. So that'd be 17.
17, all right. You get the impression from the sort of like calm and easy way that this cat person is saying the thing that she has. This is kind of part of her business. It doesn't seem like it's exactly a scam, but it does seem like it's something that she is very smug about. So what you say? You give me 40 of the gold pieces, and I give you 400 of the silver pieces. Plus, wait a second. I did it wrong. I did the math.
I was going to say, isn't that just a straight trade?
That's an exact exchange rate.
Yeah, I would like that exact exchange rate. Yeah, I would.
I
want the exact exchange rate now. You said
give
you're
me
giving
50 gold pieces, and I give you 400, 10% off the top.
No, I think you're changing. I think you're changing the deal now. I think I want the
what
exact
kind of exchange
20%.
rate are they offering at the gate?
Yeah, that's 20%. That's not 10.
Also, Foot is correct.
Yes.
I had it written down, but it's not in front of me, and I'm bad at mental math. She says easily, well, that's the deal. That is the deal. We call it 10% because I like your shiny badge. They are not offering exchange rate at the door. They are simply confiscating the gold as the property of the Golden King.
Oh, I'm gonna huddle with everyone. I think we should find another entrance, honestly.
Yeah, this is dumb. What if they find us with a bunch of gold?
Well, we That's what we.
I feel
Oh yeah,
like
because that's been going so well.
Yeah,
It
I
has.
feel like we've killed a lot more people than we were supposed to. We were just supposed to kill one guy, just one guy, and now we've killed way more than that.
Well, I think technically this is low key. Your accessories to a genocide at this point.
We did not kill any Yetis that didn't deserve it or didn't have it coming. There you go. That's fine. And besides, we didn't even kill any Yetis with the avalanche.
Seems like nobody likes the fun there.
Glubsat's going to sigh deeply and turn to Leslie. In self-defense. That's what we say.
Self-defense. We were put in a self-defense situation.
When
And
you're
I had
in
to defend
court,
myself.
don't say that they had it coming. That sounds bad.
Well, they had it coming because they put us in a self-defense situation.
I'd work on that. Fucking
Anyway.
amazing.
Anyway, we should probably find it.
Well, how about
I think we should bury the gold.
Are we gonna be able to find it?
Or maybe if we turn up with no gold, even though it's our first time there, they might get suspicious of that. So we let them take the gold, and then we steal it back later.
Could just do that too.
I mean, you could do both. You guys are carrying a lot of gold for the average person. If you only showed up with maybe, 5 or 10 pieces of gold, they probably wouldn't think it was all that weird.
how many gold do we? What's our total?
Oh
I got
boy.
54.
I have 344 right now.
Oh.
Yeah, don't forget, you guys kind of raided the outpost where they seem to have an unusual amount of gold, and now you're maybe kind of understanding why they had that much gold.
We got 186 gold from there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And also from checking the pockets of literally everybody.
as you do.
I'm honored.
As is the style.
Oh, maybe we could use that as cover. We can be like, all right, we're back from the outpost. This is what we've collected.
Yeah, we need a big sack. Just
Yeah.
a big sack full of gold.
I mean, I would assume you kind of have a sack,
But yeah, we have to put
Being-
all our gold in one big sack. And we
Yeah.
can hide some other stuff down there if it's contraband. Clay, turn to a skin sack right now.
Even if I were capable of doing that, no.
I mean, anyone can turn into a skin sack if you got a big enough knife.
You people are terrifying.
Thank
That's
you.
what you get when you hire a goblin.
I am realizing that now.
I don't think that's the message we should be putting out there for.
Yeah, but it's just Clay. He won't narc on us.
Well, you guys aren't exactly putting your best foot forward.
Like,
Excuse me. This is the best foot.
We groan at God.
As it should be.
We collectively sigh at a joke.
You ever get those moments of sudden ennui, abject hopelessness out of nowhere? That's because God has just punned.
I figured it's just because you punned somewhere. And...
Also possible.
All right, so
okay,
big old
cat lady,
sack.
cat lady.
Hey,
Yeah.
The whole he's only interested in the gold, right? So you
Yeah.
use silver because he just doesn't give a shit about it.
Exactly. It's not about the value. I think he just likes its luster.
Okay. Does stuff cost the same in Freefall? It's just in silver rather than gold.
Well, honestly, things have gotten a little expensive since the changeover because a lot of people lost all their gold and they did not receive the equivalent amount in silver. So people
Imagine
have a
that.
tendency to charge more.
yeah, it's
But
a-
other than that, things work more or less the same.
Okay, here's a plan. We get a token amount of silver so we don't look odd.
You already look odd, but I didn't want to say anything.
You are literally a cat.
That's the big deal. People love cats.
I don't like this cat.
a lot of people
Oh,
are
okay.
allergic to cats.
Back into the huddle. Yeah, you
No,
just
no.
wait there and lick yourself.
You clearly can't have this conversation in front of the cat.
I just want to know if she has problems with people with cat allergies. That's it. It got stuck in my head when I said it 2 minutes ago.
All right.
Okay.
The cat lady though brings up a good point. You two might have
We'll
to
go back into the huddle, but
Yep.
you talk to the cat. So we take
Okay.
a token amount of silver so we don't look out of place. We hand over the gold as we took that from the outposts because we're good bandit guys. And that's how we get in. Easy peasy.
Yes.
No explosions, no genocides, just walk through. Leslie,
What?
no explosions, no genocides.
Why am
walk
I the
through.
one? Why am I the one that creates explosions? I thought that was fun.
Well, I mean, he was a penguin last time, and you still managed somehow.
Actually, I was thinking, are goblins like weird to have as mercenaries? Because, well, they have to disguise themselves, or we'll have to disguise ourselves.
Actually, I think it's almost kind of the expectation that if you meet a goblin, they're kind of a mercenary.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of the weird thing about Two-Skep is that it's, you know, it's old mercenary organizations and hordes and old groups of evil minions or whatever that have just kind of, you know, beaten their swords into plowshares, you know. So if anything, it would be weird to not be a mercenary as a goblinoid in this region of the world.
All right. I'm ready. Should we have Clay be our face since he's leader bandit and might have some rapport with the
Okay.
Gengar?
No, because if he has rapport, then how do we know?
That's where I was going to say. I don't know who would know that. What was that guy's name again?
Probably something stupid like Paul.
He did have a name. Fuck, I didn't write that down.
Well, I think he had like some sort of, I don't know, some sort of dumb cheesy name. I don't know.
Maybe it was Leslie. That's the dumbest name I can think of.
It's a manly name. What are you talking about?
All right, Chunk.
Yes, it's radiant and beautiful. I mean, I could always pretend to be somebody else who looks like rough and tumble or whatever.
No,
be a
just
goblin.
Start listing off cheeses, and we'll get it. I think one of them was called Brie.
Was
I
Brie?
think that was the girl.
There's
Yep.
Stilton was Foot's friend.
Stilton was Foot's buddy, yeah.
He wasn't called Gouda.
Gouda.
I do remember the DBZ joke I made now.
The fun part is yeah, I know what his name was.
Can we do intelligence to remember or intelligence roll?
All right. One of you can do an intelligence roll with advantage if other people are helping you to remember. So we don't skill bomb.
Yeah,
and then
that's
if
fine.
you fail that, it won't work. You won't remember.
All right. Who has the highest intelligence?
Probably Foot.
It's a
14.
dangerous question to ask.
Hopefully it's Foot. I got a plus 3.
That's 16 or 17.
It's a 17.
Yeah, but has the highest.
All right.
What's yours, Tiger?
That's okay. I rolled a 19.
Oh.
Dang. 19 total?
19 total.
All right, you're going through all of the cheeses, and then you realize it's a bit of a trick question because one of them was named Wensley and one of them was named Dale, and the leader was Wensley.
Yes. It was Wensley.
All right.
Yay.
And we all go, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We totally remembered that.
Wait, or was it? No. It's all set. Clay, your dear shape-shifting friend Clay, turns into Wensley.
Wait a second. What did his voice sound like?
Kind of deep.
It was sort of throaty, like this. No.
Yeah.
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 You got it.
Thought we weren't going to go with Wensley because what if they know you?
Yeah, you do Wensley, but with hair.
Hello, I'm Wensley's cousin, Limburger.
It's just like a little wreath of black hair grows up in a perfect sphere on his head. He has like a little afro going.
Perfect. They're totally gonna believe you're Limburg. Do you smell a little bit? Yeah, you kind of smell.
I think we all kind of smell at this point.
Why are we overcomplicating this?
I don't know.
Mostly because you're you.
Right. Just Clay, stop listening to Leslie.
I didn't. I was like, I was like, hey, just look a little different. It'll be fine. It was just for fun.
Was the hair too much, or
Yeah, the
Just
hair
be
looks-
Wensley. Be
Does the hair
Wensley.
look stupid? Well, you have Limburg as a backup.
The hair disappears.
Who the fuck is Limburger?
His brother, apparently. I know he had
I
a
think
brother.
we said his cousin. We
His
should
cousin.
probably get the story straight.
If someone knows Wensley, then they probably know whether or not he's got a cousin called Limburger with a fucking afro.
Just be a goblin. Just be a goblin.
Well, all right, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, we need a token hobgoblin.
Oh, I can do that.
We stop tormenting the doppelganger.
No.
Actually, I've forgotten what we're doing here.
We're supposed to get into the fucking town, but I mean, we're having too much with dress up Clay.
That's the game
now.
now. We're no longer playing Dungeons and Dragons. We're playing Dress Up the Doppelganger.
Wait a minute. Okay, I know I just said stop messing with the doppelganger. But what if we get all the info we need from the cat, and then he can become the cat?
Good
Yeah,
idea.
perfect.
Wait, maybe the guards aren't on good terms with.
That's something we can find out from the cat.
All right, let's go ask. Hey, cat lady. Miss Pip.
That was a microaggression. That was. I'm feeling very exposed right now.
That sucks.
Well, we are outside
Anyway.
with little to no cover.
Anyway,
That's cool.
how do the guards feel about you?
How does the gods feel about me? Oh, well, you'd have to ask them. I get
I'm
some
asking
looks
you.
sometimes.
I'm asking you.
Well, I don't know, do I? I don't
do you
read their diary.
You're a merchant though, so you come in and out quite often, I assume.
So when they deal with you, how do they treat
Yeah, I travel back and forth. From here to the other nations of Pylon, and I bring important supplies. So I imagine they're happy to see me. Although you'd never know it from how they talk. They're always so rough, so rough and tumble.
Can I do an insight on this?
Sure.
I could not tell how much of a liar this cat is. 11.
It's probably fine. It's probably fine.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's probably fine.
I don't know, either way or the other. I think we're fine. Glove dog.
Is that what your friends? Does your friends grow some hair and then lose the hair in the course of a number of seconds?
You didn't see that.
I suspect that I did.
For your health, you don't.
Hey, he has a condition.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He
It
has.
makes him very shy.
He has
Well, I'm shy.
He has super kin.
Super cancer, the cancer that
Yeah,
flies.
it's unregulated hair growth.
Unregulated.
Thanks a lot for drawing attention to it.
He runs off.
Oh,
Oh, now I feel bad, but not like overly bad. Just a little bad. So, what is the verdict? Are you going to take me up on my generous offer, or should I continue down to the lowlands?
actually, we do kind of need some silver, don't we, guys?
You know
How much
what?
silver? How much silver do you have, everyone? I have 5 myself.
I don't.
You have no silver.
I have gold.
Abe.
You have 8 silver.
No, Sabe, no silver.
Oh,
In most places, they just give out the gold. If you haven't spent any or broken it in a while, then you probably don't have much. They say the copper piece is going to be decommissioned.
all right. I'm going to give you 40. Give me whatever. So that's 400 silver, right?
Yeah, 50 gold for 400 silver. Thank you for saving me from doing math, although I did have it up on the screen now.
All right. I'll remove 40. And how do we want to split this?
Well, group loot for the purposes. I mean, you guys are on the job, right?
Who
I
wants
guess.
the point? Who wants the point 3333 silver?
Yeah, give it to me.
You want the point 3333 silver?
Hell yeah.
All right. So 133, and Foot gets 133.3333.
I don't think that's how that works, but okay.
No, I would get a 134.
134.
Get an extra silver piece.
You just cut it in half.
Pleasure doing business with you.
All right. We got some not suspicious amount of silver for everyone. Let's go get in, I guess. See how this goes.
Well, I actually have a thing or two that I might want to hide.
Okay.
So I think I'll do that really fast. Not gold. I mean, like,
He hands you 5 pieces of gold that he had on his person to add to it.
just a few items that they probably shouldn't catch me with at the front door.
188.
All right, and he takes a little bundle and everything, and He sort of like wanders into the some rocky, icy scree off down to one side, and then wanders back after a minute or two further.
What'd you do, Clay?
Well, I just did what I said I was going to do.
Oh.
What'd you do?
What'd you do? I was like, wait, I'm not sure what the hell is happening now.
It's like,
I have to get rid of a few items.
leaves, comes back. Where'd you go? What did you do?
I thought you were putting them in the bag, like hiding them under the gold.
Wait, are we
Speaking of
hiding the
which-
gold or are we giving them the gold?
Well,
Giving it
the
to
gold is like, here's what we're bringing as the offering. We're delivering the offering. At least
I mean,
that's
they're
what-
probably going to take it.
Yeah,
we're gonna
I'm
take it.
definitely not going to put this in an offering to go to King Grizzler.
Okay.
Right, if
Okay.
if only we had old man Jenkins, we could have filled it with bombs.
You could have done that.
Also, are we not giving Clay any walk around money? Will he not need that?
I don't anticipate needing it, no.
I'm going to give him 20 pieces of silver anyway.
Oh, that's damn decent of you.
Also,
Here's point
don't
3.
worry, guys. I'll talk to the
All right, face, foot.
ha,
Oh,
face
God.
foot.
Oh,
Shoes, but for people's faces. I think those
We
are
are-
masks.
Yes.
we are gonna die.
Yeah.
Maybe hoods.
Those are sock for head.
Yeah, you right. That is an apt whatever it was. Is it a metaphor, an analogy? Just a comparison, right?
What am I doing with my life?
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing. All right, let's just go to the gate. But go talk. Here, I got the offering bag. Point to me, like, here's our offering.
Yeah. You ready, Kloptalk?
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
Ready as the ever be.
Go, why not?
All right. All
right,
right.
I'm gonna pull out of my backpack some really nice looking shoes and slip them on.
Are they nice looking?
Yes, talking polished, really nice leather, silver trim,
Not gold trim.
not gold trim. That's a different pair.
That's for a different city.
Yep. All right, and then let us
Lead
head.
the way. Lead the way.
You approach the doors. The last of what seems to be peasantry, mostly human and elven variety, are making their way through the doors, grabbing bags and such back from these tall, burly Goliath guards. They look at you sort of head to toe as you walk up. They recognize the badges on your person. One of them says,
I thought you usually sent couriers to do this.
Yeah, until most of our people got put in the hospital. Well, not the hospital. It's really just kind of put them in a room. We don't have any hospitals all the way out there.
kind of turns to look at Clay and says,
You trained a monkey to talk, huh?
Yeah, I also dance.
Those are tap dancing shoes.
Hold up a minute.
He did say they had a silver trim.
Yup, those are my tap dancing shoes.
in spite of
Well-
himself, the Goliath guard looks intrigued.
Let's hear it. Foot.
Yeah, all right, little tap dance. Yeah, he just does a simple shuffle.
That'll be a performance.
Performance. Oh, 13 plus 3, so 16.
Hey.
After regarding you with some disdain from the very beginning, the Goliath starts to sort of bop along to the beat that you're creating with your feet, and eventually starts clapping, and the other ones are like,
Hey, all right. This monkey knows what he's doing.
Yeah, let me tell you, I am a professional monkey.
Okay. I guess just leave the bag with us and be on your way then.
Well,
Oh.
hold on. Is there anything that we need to sign for, like, hey, we did all this work, so, we want some credit for it?
Oh, you've been paid just as well as anybody else, but I'll make sure that the bosses know that this came from you, Wensley.
Good enough for me. You all have a good day.
We need to get into, don't we?
Yeah, we're going to get into the town.
Oh, you're coming into the town.
Oh, was that not clear?
Well, normally the courier leaves it and then heads off.
You know what's out there right now? One of the reasons why I am afraid for my life right now? Because there are Yetis out there.
Yetis aren't real.
Oh, no, there are Yetis out there. That's one of the reasons why we're not sending couriers anymore. That's why we're here.
Because of the Yetis.
Yeah,
I don't know. Sounds made up.
everything's made up.
That's true.
You still tap dancing while you're doing this?
Yeah, absolutely. I tried to tap dance my way in until he's like, wait a minute.
Well, normally King Gristler doesn't like it when his mercenaries come to town. But I suppose we can make an exception for such a delicate little monkey as yourself and your entourage. But you will have to submit to the gold check.
Of course.
I mean, we were expecting that.
All right, I'm just making sure that you know.
The only gold we have is in this bag.
And then Foot's gonna slowly stop tapping and just sigh heavily and then pull the bag off of his backpack off his back and pull out a pair of very finely crafted shoes with gold trimming on it. And just while he's staring at the ground, hold it up for the Goliath.
The Goliath takes them, and they're basically like baby booties in his fingers. Goliath's being 8.5 feet tall or so.
You could tap dance with his finger.
Yeah, there's a table over on the side where there's some bags laid out, and he just puts his fingers in. Got one finger in each booty. He's just like.
I was gonna wear those later.
He's enjoying himself. Should be glad.
So you guys, they're gonna look through bags and stuff. Because you're a member of Gristler's sort of trusted community, they're not going to do cavity searches. I'm sure Leslie will be happy to hear that.
Oh, thank God. They won't find any gold, but they'll find stuff they won't want to find.
Nobody wants to find that. What do you guys actually have on your possession right now in your bags?
Studded leather armor, 2 daggers, 20 arrows, tool, disguise kills pack, with all that shit in there. But nothing gold.
Oh, like Explorer's Pack? Yeah, no. Shouldn't imagine anything gold, but also not anything particular. Like the disguise kit, one of the guards kind of pulls out the disguise kit and looks inside of it and kind of gives you a long look.
What? Sometimes you need to dress up.
It gets lonely down on the mountain.
Yeah.
He quickly folds the disguise kit back up and puts it back inside.
Listen, I know none of my business when I see none of my business.
All right, what else do other people? What is found in others' bags?
Globtalk has a horn, some manacles, woodcarver tools, crowbar, caltrops, rope. Your general adventurous stuff, which I assume has a lot of crossover with your general mercenary stuff.
Adventurers really are just glorified mercenaries, so yeah, that stands to reason. Although, once again, with the thick sausage-link fingers of the Goliath guard, pulls out the manacles, looks like he's going to say something, shakes his head again, puts it back in the bag.
I mean, how are we gonna take prisoners if we don't have manacles?
Yeah, sure, right, prisoners.
Judge me.
and Foot, you've relinquished the shoes.
So the only strange things that would come out of my pack is the healing potion, my spell book, 2 component pouches, and an introduction from 2.
Oh no!
What's 2 Skep?
Where the goblins are from.
Where these particular goblins are from, yeah. They would refer to it as a kingdom, but it is a sort of just a simple hold in the nation of Eldritch, far to the west. Don't worry about it, Dave.
Okay.
The Goliath glances at the paper, the introduction from Tuskep, glances back to Foot, glances at the paper, glances back to Foot.
What do you got here, letters or something?
Yeah, that's basically my pedigree as a merchant and a mercenary before coming here and being a monkey. I get to add that to my resume now.
Job description, monkey, tap dancing.
All right, monkey with a pedigree. Very, very cool.
Oh yeah, I'm real high class.
I was gonna make you roll for this shit, but this shit is just too fucking entertaining. Also, I don't really know how much you actually lied, aside from the monkey thing, which is really more just Foot being weird than it is an active lie.
No. That was the job description that they gave, so he gets to add it to his resume.
Fair enough. But with a few glances at each other and a few shaken heads, the Goliath guards on the outskirts of Freefall usher you through the stone doors, the great 30-foot-high stone doors to the walls of Freefall. And you find yourself on sort of the lowest tier of, like, snowy tundra. There's a couple of, like, sheds and shacks down around you, mostly to do with the guards and what seems to be a few old, burnt-out residences. The land seems sort of deserted, but the cliff face is about 50 feet away, and there seem to be, like, these rope-drawn counterweight elevators that are moving up and down on systems of ropes and gantry. And they are moving up to higher tiers on the cliffside that towers up above you.
Yeah, we made it.
All right. We'll take the gold to the usual place. Don't worry about it, boys.
Oh, no, I'm afraid it's in our custody now.
You can't fucking help yourself, can you?
Just can't.
Can't help
Like,
it.
they kind of glance around at each other,
Can't
just like,
help
what
it.
the fuck is with this guy?
Can't help it. All right. Can I watch where they take the gold, by the way?
They're honestly bringing it to the side, and you would have this probably would have happened, like, before you guys even started going through the gold search yourselves. There is kind of a small, thin doorway that is carved out of the hillside that has a particularly large Goliath guard in front of it. And as the sack is brought back to the inside, you get, like, a quick little flash of shadow. You can see multiple bags of the stuff on the inside of that door, and then you are through the gate and into Freefall proper.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to hit that place
That's
middle of night.
No, shut the fuck up, Leslie. That's getting taken to the castle. We'll take it at the castle. Don't get us fucking kicked out or executed before we finish this job. Or even after we finish this job.
I have.
Well,
I
after
had
it's
a
all
very
up
good
to you.
authority that monkeys are not treated well here.
Well, who's the man who made himself into a monkey and a penguin?
That guy. That guy.
And turned himself into a penguin too. That's
How
right.
Dare you, sir?
Couldn't even become a geese.
I can become a geese.
Become
Just
a
wait
geese.
till I get sick. I'll show you a geese.
Okay, Zeus.
That was classy as shit. Things seem to be pretty quiet right now. It looks like this is a town that kind of shuts down with the sun going down.
Yeah, you mentioned it was night. Would you say we've got?
Gone.
Would you say we've got much time to do some recon?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, was just recon and then head to bed.
Well, that depends on exactly what you want to do with said recon. But down here on the flat ground at the very base of Freefall, there's not much going on. There are, however, operators, and you can see that those elevator platforms are moving slowly up and down with people on them. Some of them, the people that you just sort of followed through the guards.
Should we just take the elevator, guys?
Would we call them elevators?
Funiculars.
Take the lift.
Yeah, we'll take the funicular.
Love to be a good friend.
All right, let's take the frenulum.
You gotta flick
Frenulum?
You gotta flick that part.
All right, you take the banicula up to the one of the platforms sort of comes to a rest, and a few people get off. It was actually a handful of more guards who kind of eye you up and down. Huh?
That's the word, gondola. You may now continue.
Gondola is a good word, yes.
All right, you take the gondola. There is actually a nation in this world that is also called gondola. You enter the funicular, or the funicular. We're gonna call it that.
We ride the Spurdo.
Oh God.
The Spurdo, yeah.
A dwarf seems to be operating it. A young male dwarf with just the tiniest wispy beard. So young is he.
That's sad. Sad beard for a dwarf.
Sad for you. You guys step onto the platform, and he just goes like,
All right. Where are you going?
Where's there to go?
Yeah.
Is it not just up?
Ah, first time in the city proper, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. We've got the residential district, and above that, we've got the market district, and any further than that, of course, we've got the upper district. But I shouldn't imagine you're going there.
Maybe not.
and then obviously the castle.
We'll head for the. I'm assuming the Market District has Market Street.
Well, it's really one long Market Street, yes.
We'll head there.
Yeah.
All
Are
right.
there are there inns at the Market District, or is that residential?
There used to be more, but there's really just the one now. There's Jack's Head. It's a tavern. It has a few rooms
On the Market District.
in the Market District.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Hop in. Keep all your arms and legs inside the vehicle, and away we go.
And he starts cranking on this little device, and the whole thing starts slowly moving up. You get a nice wide view down the mountain. You can see the lights of the villages down below and the outposts, and recent damage from an avalanche.
Oh, I wonder what happened there.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? It rumbled down the mountain a few hours back. This sort
Rumbled
of thing
down the
happens from time to time. Yeah, rumbled down the mountain. You see them sometimes. We're pretty sheltered from them right here on the cliff face.
Oh, so what a damage.
What a damage?
Yeah.
I don't understand the question.
What the avalanche damage?
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm sure reports have come in from surrounding communities and stuff, but I haven't heard anything.
Oh, nothing in Freefall is damage.
No, not Freefall. Like I said, we're pretty well insulated from damage from the outside.
Mm.
Sounds like there's a lot of damage on the inside.
Make an insight check really fast.
Excuse me.
I like that you said that just now.
Ah, that's a 9.
Damn.
Yeah, ain't that just the way?
Keeps on cranking.
How are things?
Oh, just fine. Just fine. This is only my first week on this new job.
That would explain the fuck-ups earlier.
What?
Yeah, when you were tripping over your own words.
Yeah, you sound very flustered.
Hey, I understand. I only just became a monkey today.
Tap dances.
I get to add tap dancing monkey to my resume.
He's really good at the tap dance.
Yeah. I'm gonna start tap dancing. 18.
All right. The dwarven gondola driver gets so excited that he starts clapping his hand, takes his hand off the device. You drop about 10 feet. He grabs it again.
Sorry.
Jesus, man.
Who's that?
Who's Jesus? Who's Jesus?
Who's
I don't know.
Jesus? Or local equivalent?
Oh, he's a goblin from back home.
Jesus is Jesus the goblin. Tiger, write this down. This is new two-step lore is being unlocked.
Jesus.
Jesus the goblin.
No, his name's just Seuss. But
His
everyone
name's-
says Jesus.
Okay, you guys, this has gone on for long enough. You've reached the Market District. As the gondola sort of clacks to place next to a little docking platform, there is a bell that rings from up above the operator's head, and he says,
Well, I gotta go. They're calling me up at the upper district. But you folks have a good night, and hey, if you go to the tavern, throw one back for me, huh?
Oh, we'll do.
All right. I don't know how they like their glasses, but we'll do.
I'm gonna choose to interpret that as a joke. You folks have a great night.
and he starts cranking and rising away. Alright,
Talk,
you're-
talk.
From the platform we're on, could we like hop onto like the underside of the funicular?
Hop onto the underside of the
Yeah.
funicular.
Yeah.
Here, you Spider-Man now.
I mean, acrobatics is 11, so basically.
That's true. I mean,
So-
you could try to ride it up without him detecting you. It's true. Is that what you want to do?
No,
right
I just
now?
want to know if it's possible. That's all I
It's
want.
probably possible. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just like want to keep that as an option in case we need,
Yeah.
in case I need to.
It's just the way you phrased that was like you wanted to stand upside down on the bottom.
No.
of the raising platform.
I mean, there's like there's a place where I can place my feet and my hands and like Splinter Cell, stretch myself to like.
I mean, you could probably do that. There's also an entire rope and pulley system that goes all the way up.
Yeah, that sounds like they'll
Okay,
mess with like the.
You
The
also
parking.
have a flying broom.
Well, the flying broom isn't that stealthy, so you gotta have options. You gotta keep options in mind.
It is from looking It is possible. That's the important thing.
All right, cool.
Something I've learned from GMing is that Dave seems to think that acrobatics is magic. And it
That
can
really
just
depends on what system.
do anything.
Well, acrobatics in my mind is like doing Splinter Cell shit.
Another question. Is the funicular on a track?
I should have taken a bite of pizza at that exact moment.
So the funicular's on a pizza.
Yeah. Delicious funicular pizza. Title of the session.
Now, I was just wondering because if it's got a track, then you could probably climb up it.
It isn't a track. It's like there's a complex pulley on board that he was turning. The rope is strung through it and strung through the platform and up the top of the cliff to out of sight. And it also kind of comes back down to one side, and you get like the sort of like clanking counterweight motion as well. It doesn't run on a track. It runs on rope that runs up and down the sides of the thing.
Like a ski lift is what I was imagining.
It's a bit like that, yeah. It's a little bit lower tech and possibly a little bit more worrying to look at, but yeah, that's the basic idea.
Well, like a gondola.
Crazy talk.
Okay. No further questions.
Okay. This cliff you found yourself on is quite a lot better lit. There's a few stands. It's still a little bit abandoned because it's frigidly cold out now that the sun has gone away. There's stands and stalls that stand empty, but there are a few larger buildings, one of which you can actually see from here does proclaim itself to be the Jack's Head. It has a wooden sign with the severed head of a human depicted on the sign. It is not actually the severed head of a human.
Yeah, I was about to say, is this a sign, right?
It's just a sign that has sort of like a goofy dead severed head depicted on it.
A cartoon head.
A cartoon head. As well as a few other buildings that seem to have lights in the windows, culminating with what seems to be a short stone tower at one end of the section of cliff face.
All right, let's set it aside.
Yeah.
No.
No.
No. I want to scout out the Grenelda's place.
I'll come with.
Yeah, might as well make a day of it.
All right.
Oh, Clay.
Now. Yep.
Why don't you go take a rest?
Ah.
Yeah, you're all fucked up, Clay. Go get us a room.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. I'll get us rooms, I suppose.
Yeah, get a room with that badge of yours. Make sure it's
got
free.
a window.
Yeah, and also has a window.
Sure, I suppose.
Don't worry, we won't embrace chaos without.
Do we know how much rooms are? Because we've only given him 20 silver.
Well,
yeah, that's what he was. Looks like he looks gratified that you've said something.
Well, you're gonna make sure you get it for free because you're a man of the king. The king's men need rooms, right?
I can try.
Well, here's 33 more silver. 38 silver.
All right, I'll see what I can do. Yeah, if not, if I need more, I'll just hang out in the tavern and wait for you guys to come. You guys are coming back, right?
Yeah. I mean, if we don't, we're dead.
Okay, I'm going to try. I'm gonna take a different form, I think, because I don't want to hang out as a guy who might get recognized.
Limburger then.
We'll see.
And he departs. All right, that's where y'all are at. This building right here is the Jack's Head. That's the gondola line.
So the intel we got from Hoston Cardwick suggests that Grenelda is in a cottage off of Market Street.
All right.
I'm not sure how we'd go about whether you want us to roll something or whether we should start asking around to try and find that.
All right. Well, it's going to be especially tough right now because there's not really anybody around, and all of the windows and most of the places up here are dark, with the exception of a few remaining places of business. It would be investigation, but you also know that it would be harder now than it would be, like, say, in daylight hours.
But also less chance of us drawing attention.
Potentially.
Don't worry about it. I got 23.
Nice.
All right. With a 23, figure out exactly how you would go about determining this. Now, are you willing to question people?
Yes, but not like we won't be like, oh, hey, we're looking for Granada. It'll be more, oh, is this Market Street? Like, where is off Market Street? Like, that kind of thing.
All right, yeah, you have a conversation with a rather fucked up elf. This wood elf is walking along, and he's sort of singing and sipping from a bottle. Ooh, oh yeah. Whoa. Yeah, the whole thing is Market Street. One second, hold on. Yeah, this is Market Street. Off markets? I mean, I guess there's like a bunch of houses that are down that way. It's like for people who are like, not so poor that they're stuck in the lower area, but they're not fancy enough to go up with the lords and ladies up in the
sounds
upper.
like us.
Yeah. Hey, I hope you enjoy the town. Someone's gotta.
Wait, who's not?
He takes another sip and he starts wandering away.
Oh, there he goes.
There he goes, on his own again.
On
To
the road
continue
again.
wallowing in alcohol and various other drugs, never to be seen or heard from again by this party of goblins. What a hero.
Maybe.
I think he's just
I wonder if we could just, like, gather everybody in front of the castle and then just yell Viva la Revolution, and then just they'll take care of their
I'm going to say no.
Okay. That's fair. It's just a
I think
passing thought.
I think it's deeply unfair that Tiger is being forced to be the sane one.
Yeah, I did realize pretty early that this was probably not the time to bring out Glob Talk, but by then it was too late.
it's already done. You're already set in the.
I was expecting shenanigans. Either goblin and bugbear. I thought, yeah, let's lean into it.
Well, like I said, what I'm doing with these short campaigns is determining what sort of things are going to be happening in this world. So y'all might seriously fuck up this kingdom, and it could have repercussions down the line for future campaigns. And I love that.
Freefall versus Two Skep. Let's go.
That would be interesting. Okay. So there's a row of dark houses and cottages that this wayward elf, who is now off in the distance, seems to be whistling and stumbling. It's probably not good to be drunk in a town principally composed of cliffsides.
Yeah, they should really put up some guardrails.
Yeah. This is not an OSHA standard fucking workplace.
There aren't guardrails?
There don't seem to be guardrails.
Wow.
How far down? How far down is it?
To the next cliff down, it's a solid 250 feet, and that's not even the lowest one. That's to the lower district and not the solid ground district. So yeah, you could die a couple times.
Is that unlike the brochures? Come to Freefall, you could die a couple times.
Come to Freefall to jump off a cliff. Freefall from a cliff.
Listen,
Freefall with us.
It's called Freefall. Like, what more do you need in terms of advertisement?
Come to Freefall and then leave very suddenly. Okay, so these houses off of Market Street, did they all sort of look the same? Because Granada's, I believe, was specifically a nice little cottage. Are they all like little cottages, or are some of them houses and there's only one little cottage? As Globtalk furiously looks at her notes.
There is a certain level of sameness to them. These are definitely higher quality cottages than what you've seen as you were passing the lower districts. Like, this is firmly in the middle class.
And sort of taking a wander through them, is there any, like, identifying things? Are there any signs on them, numbers, or even just names?
There don't seem to be.
Are we gonna have to start knocking on doors?
It might not be a good idea for us to do that.
You did get a 23 on your investigation. So as you walk through, you just kind of like making your way through the paths in between the houses that sort of connect up with each other and then eventually connect to Market Street further up the line. Your eye catches something moving, something very small, on one of the fences around the garden behind one of the cottages. Your hand goes to it, and it is a small piece of fabric, a small piece of torn blue crushed velvet stuck in the fence.
Austin Powers, is that you?
Not Austin Powers, but you have seen a crushed velvet suit.
Does it match what Hoston Powers was wearing?
What Austin Cardwick was wearing. Yes, and you did note at the time that it was kind of torn up, and it had clearly seen better days. Perhaps somebody trying to get away very quickly by jumping a fence.
Okay. Can I look around to see if this place is being watched at all?
Ooh, that's a perception check.
Oh, cool. That one.
It's quite dark. And the other cottages sort of press in around, so if anybody's watching, you can't tell.
Okay, be a lot easier if we had a shapeshifter.
It would. I have a disguise kit.
You're a bugbear and 2 goblins.
Well, I shaved myself to look humanish.
Yeah, we're only 1 trench coat away from
Yeah,
being...
we could be 2 bugbears right now, or a bugbear and a human.
I forgot, you got any, like, flyers or something?
For what? For just, like, handing out?
Yeah.
Oh, you just want me to be a distraction?
No. I'm asking if you got any flyers.
Flyers. Well...
We could make them fly.
Not really. If we really wanted to, I could destroy my spellbook. But
Motherfucker. Literally every game we've ever played, there has been an ample amount of flyers, and the one time I think of an idea to use flyers, you have any?
I mean, we could probably steal some paper from somewhere, right?
Oh, we've got paper.
This is getting convoluted fast.
This is. I'm not sure what's the idea.
Hold on.
Okay.
Wait. Looking something up. Okay. I have a scholar's pack, which comes with a book of lore, and I am not afraid to rip pages out of it.
Book of lore.
But
okay.
Wouldn't it already have stuff printed on it?
Yes. I also have 10 sheets of parchment.
No,
and a little bag of sand.
Okay, look, the idea was we go around putting flyers through people's doors, then we put a secret message through Grenelda's door. That way, if someone's watching us put shit through people's doors, they're like, oh, they're just handing out flyers.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna rip this book apart.
No,
yeah, we're gonna pass along knowledge.
No, but it's gonna look suspicious that you're just putting pages of a ripped book through people's doors.
Yeah, Globtalk. I'm a goblin.
Yeah,
I'm a goblin. They called me a monkey.
Yeah, you can go through the chimney and do that.
Listen, I know that we're not very welcome here. You know, it's not all.
Globtalk's just gonna go up to the door and knock on it.
All right, I think that's probably just
try to give Foot a fucking character moment and just like, no,
fuck you, Foot.
Foot's just gonna stand there with his arms crossed.
He's ripping pages out of the book, no matter what. Out of anger.
Did you guys knock on the door, or did you say you were gonna knock on the door?
I think Tiger was knocking.
Yeah. Globtalk has knocked on the door.
Okay. It takes a minute or two, but you do hear movement on the inside of the house, and eventually the door does open, and a young female Goliath towers above you. Doesn't say anything immediately at first, and simply glowers at you.
Okay, we should have found out whether Grenelda was a Goliath.
Probably could assume that.
Is it like obvious to see that the cottage is otherwise empty? There's no one else here.
Not really, because she's holding the door kind of lightly cracked, and kind of taking up the entire doorway, that as far as you can see.
Okay, fuck it. If we blow our cover, we blow our cover.
Yeah.
You Grenelda?
Yeah, who's asking?
We know Hoston. We can help you out. Can we come in?
Make a persuasion check. We'll decide that way.
Okay. 15.
15. Her eyes narrow.
What do you know about Hoston?
Well, we know that you guys had a thing. It's strictly above board, he tells us. He assures us. He was captured, and we freed him.
Her eyebrow raises as she said,
"You've spoken to him recently."
A few days ago. It was a few days ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was at least, I think it was...
earlier today.
No, because you spent... No, it wasn't earlier today, because you spent the night with the Yetis. Yeah. So I think it was like yesterday morning. Her eyes sort of like dart around suspiciously, but then she says,
Well, you did roll a 15.
And she opens the door for you. No, that's not what she says.
What does she mean
She
by
says
this?
she opens the door for you and she says,
All right, come in quickly, but only just quickly.
Oh, only just quickly.
Only just quickly.
Only just for a moment.
Oh.
Quickly enter.
Oh, come on.
all right. So she ushers you into the space. It is it's quite a clean and new looking cottage on the inside, with simple furniture. It's a primary sitting room and kitchen area that you find yourselves in. There's only a single light, a single lamp that is lit in one corner of the room. You get the impression that she was perhaps asleep. She is wearing some sort of like formless cotton thing.
Speak your piece.
Okay, we need to get into the castle, and we gotta, you know that Gristler guy.
Her eyes darken.
Yeah, we gotta go cut his fucking head off. So any help you can give, that'd be appreciated.
It's treason to even think things like that.
Treason requires you to be part of the country.
That would be treason for her.
She
Oh,
points
yeah.
at your badge. She says,
Are you not in the king's service?
Technically.
I mean, if we're wearing these, I guess so.
Only for the purposes of getting close enough to cut his head off.
Yeah.
Or fight.
Either or.
I don't have easy access to the castle. I can't help you with anything like that. What are you expecting of me exactly?
Information, maybe? Like you being a consort and that you're called to the castle sometimes, maybe?
The king comes down here.
Okay, does he have any scheduled visits in the near future?
Gristler doesn't schedule. He sort of arrives as he sees fit.
But he comes to you.
Quite so.
Is there not like a pattern? Like maybe he comes down once a week, once a month? Is it every other Thursday?
He hasn't come down very often at all lately. Not even going to say that there is a pattern. Just that's my purpose. To just be here when he wants to be here.
What can you tell us about him?
her lip kind of curls a little bit.
He is a strong and forceful leader of our people. The God King among... Look, he's a powerful warrior, and he's incorporated magic into the things that he does. Lately, he's been hanging out with that dwarf woman, and she's been... I don't know what she's been telling him, but she's been feeding him some sort of nonsense about godhood.
Globtop's going to flick through her notes. A Bindle, right? Bindle. Was that pronounced?
Is Bindle, yes.
Bindle.
She claims to be his chief and highest cleric.
Is she on the upper level then? Or does she stay in the castle?
She's in the castle for sure.
What about her followers or his followers that follow her?
It's a little bit difficult to say. The religion's been banned in Freefall, except for the religion of the king. It's hard to say who follows her because they believe in her, and who follows her because they don't want to end up in a carrion cage.
Where would they congregate?
Well, there's a number of temples and cathedrals. Some of them have been sacked and burned down. They used to be for other gods, but the temple to Wilhelmina in the upper level has been converted into a church of Gristler's worship.
Was it the Temple of what?
Or the Temple of Wilhelmina, formerly.
Formerly Chuck's.
Formerly Chuck's.
And what can you tell us about the turning tide?
Oh,
She looks reluctant.
as far as I don't know if they're real. I don't know if they're just a rumor. But some people would prefer the king's son.
Red. Yeah.
Yes.
He's still off fucking about in another land, right?
Yes. He's securing the borders with Grimdark and Meyer to the south.
You mentioned rumors. What did the rumors say anything about how or where they might be found?
The turning tide? Gosh, I haven't heard any rumors about where they might be found. But it's not a big kingdom. Well, it's not a big town. I try to stay away from that whole that sort of talk. It's not worth my life, and I think especially since Austin, I'm being watched, as a general rule. What do you know about Hostin? Where is he?
He's safe. He was captured by these mercenaries, and we freed him. He's probably on his way to the bottom of the mountain now. But once we're done here, we can get you out, and you can go see him again.
She kind of looks a little bit disbelieving. She's like,
Well, you can think that if you like, but he's probably coming to rescue me.
Sure, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, what did he say? Yeah.
And what can you tell us about this? Glubtut's gonna say the endless robot death squad.
I was about to ask about that too.
Well, when he's been coming lately, he's been flanked by a whole bunch of these clockwork men. He says he hired him from a faraway land, something to do with it's probably related to the grimdark business. But lately he's been sort of pushing away his normally loyal guard in favor of these clockwork men. Last I saw them, he had gilded them as well.
Oh. You said gilded. My mind thought gelded.
I don't even know how that would work.
No.
Gilded him. Damn.
Would it be fair to say that they're just his personal guard? We're not going to see them just around Freefall.
I think he keeps them close. I haven't seen them patrolling the streets even where I've seen his golden guard.
And you mentioned that he's pushed away his personal guard.
Yeah, the golden guard.
Oh, they're the golden guard.
Yeah, the golden guard is like it's a special category of the Freefall military.
And would you say that they're still strictly loyal to him, even in spite of this, or?
I do not know. I don't speak with the enlisted men.
That could be an at least. Well, she's probably going to regret it, but Glubtut's going to turn to Leslie and Foot. Anything you guys want to know?
You asked about the robot death squad. What about the court mage? Who's that? You know anything about him?
Svard.
Svard.
She says, well, it's Svardrick.
Svardrick.
But mostly known as Svard around the court. It's kind of a horrible little rodent of a man. Just snivels and does whatever is asked of him by the people who are big enough to beat him up.
What do you call him? He's the czar of the court?
No, he's the opposite of that, really.
So he's just kept around for his utility?
Yes, the Grisler is adept at martial magics, somewhat lacking in the more subtle arts.
Would you say he's easy in to get close to the king?
Honestly, not sure. He's such a sniveling little coward, little worm of a man.
A monkey of a man, maybe?
Maybe.
Who's Jonathan? Loyal scribe Jonathan.
The court TikToker.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was a joke, but I'll humor you.
Yeah, I want to find out about this guy now. I wrote down, I'm like, this is stupid. But who is this?
Did you write that?
I did write this down.
Awesome.
I don't know. There's a number of scribes that run around, all kinds of official purposes. Some of them are for the lawmasters, and some of them are for Grisler's own ego.
So he fillets him under the table, you say?
No comment.
Okay. Sucks his dick. Going in my mode.
My God.
Now, listen, you probably shouldn't stay here for too much longer. I am certain that I'm being watched, and you've probably already got eyes on you.
If anybody asks, we captured Hostin. He escaped. We're looking for him.
That's good. I like that.
Okay.
That's mostly true.
Mostly. That's the best part. It is almost a true statement.
Thank you.
And thank
Taco
you.
Bell levels are true.
Almost Mexican.
All right, and remember, none of this gets back to me.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we don't even know who you are.
I'm Grinelda. Wait, you opened this conversation by asking me my name.
You. Yes, when if people ask about us, we don't know who you are.
I'm confused. Can we start from the top?
No, I think it's well leave.
Fine, starting from the top. Are you Griselda?
You're Zelda?
Anyways, we're gonna leave now.
Okay, I'm having some tears in this kingdom right now.
Not until next month, you're not.
Anyway.
Yep, time to go.
And after we leave, just to help with the cover, I think Globtop's gonna take the bit of like torn fabric and go around knocking on the other doors, asking if they've seen a human wearing clothes like that around here.
Yeah, he fucked my wife.
Oh, so you're King Gristler?
What?
Kill this fool. No, you don't really get much out of that, but I know you're just doing it for the look of the thing, so it's all good. Okay. It is now quite late. A sting of cold has really come into the air.
Tightening my butthole.
Fun.
It's unrelated to the cold. It's just he just wanted you to know.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not because it's cold out.
And he wasn't even talking about Leslie. It's just Dave.
That's just me.
It's like, woo, it got cold, and he was like, broom, and he remembered what was in his asshole.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. Anyway.
Even for you.
Yeah.
So we go back to the Jack's Head.
Yep, you cross the gondola line, and you find yourself once again at the Jack's Head.
Hopefully, Clay got a room.
Yeah, so what's it like inside? Is it particularly busy? Is it?
It is actually quite subdued at the moment. In fact, at that exact moment, the only one that you see is sort of like a short woman who is sitting at one of the tables, nursing an ale. She sees you, and then she winks at you, and for a split second, there is the blank face of Clay's doppelganger form over the woman's face before she's back again. She steps up to you, and under her breath, she says,
Well, all right, I was able to get a room, but just the one with 2 beds, so goblin bunk up time, I guess.
We called Dip. Also, does it have a window?
Yeah, does it have a window?
Yeah. It's not a big window.
Is it on the second
yeah.
floor?
All the rooms are on the 2nd floor.
Okay, good.
I'm saying, why is the window important?
Escape? Possibly?
Oh.
So we can look wistfully out on the landscape.
Well, for me, it's escape.
somewhere out there. That was a deep cut. Anyway.
We only able to get one room because they only had one room.
That's all I could afford. The cat wasn't lying. It's expensive here.
How much?
It was about 4 gold pieces. Well, 40 silver pieces.
Highway robbery.
Yep.
Cliffside robbery.
Well, it is a highway.
Okay, we'll make that back.
Oh, that's the idea.
Globtop's gonna go up and try to get another room. She does not want to share with any of these people.
The front desk actually seems to be relatively deserted right now. There doesn't seem to be a bell around. It's some time before sort of like weirdly short and overweight Goliath comes stomping out of the back room. Seems to be
He's
engaged
short.
in the business of short for a Goliath, so only like 7 feet. It's the Danny DeVito of Goliaths. You ask him for a room?
Yeah, sorry, I was distracted imagining like a giant Danny DeVito, but still with the proportions of Danny DeVito.
Yes, that is exactly what I want you to imagine.
Yeah, you got any rooms?
You know what, Danny DeVito? Yeah, we got rooms.
How much?
It's 4 gold pieces a night.
You take gold.
I thought you weren't allowed to have gold.
He sighs.
Sorry, 40 silver pieces.
Yeah, Globtop will count it out. Pleasure doing business.
You have to tell us if you have any gold, right?
Yeah, I know we gotta tell you if we've got any gold. Don't worry, they come through, they stripped us all.
I don't want to see you.
Well, then you should probably go to bed, because I'm about to go to bed my own self and I sleep in the nudes.
You don't sleep out here, do you?
Yeah, I hope to God you don't sleep out here.
I sleepwalk.
Oh,
These doors have locks.
I hope so. Do you have the key? You gonna give us the key to the room?
Yeah, your lady friend. I don't know what you use goblins is doing with your lady friend in the room with the 2 beds.
No, we're just sleeping.
Yeah, okay.
No. Globtop's bought her own room.
Oh, you're buying your own room.
You're with Clay.
Oh, fine. Yeah, I don't care.
But you got your keys, you got your whatever, you got yourselves out of my face.
All right, keep your dick
Thanks,
out.
Daddy.
Keep your dick out of the wind.
You guys have rooms. Globtalk has 2 twin beds to herself. Once you're up into the room, Clay sort of shrinks down to goblin size to share the bed.
He shrinks down to goblin size, but he still shares the bed with Leslie.
just go sleep with Foot.
Nope, I called dibs.
Just go sleep with Foot.
Nope, I called
you
dibs.
have more bed.
I
with
called dibs.
Foot. And Clay bought the room.
Yeah, with the money I gave him.
I gave him money. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you gave him 20. I gave him 20.
I didn't
This
give him
feels
20.
like a bad use of our time.
I didn't give him 20.
How much you give him?
I gave him like 34.
Okay, well then he spent
38.
34 of your gold and 6 of mine. Not
Gold.
So I'm gonna need 14 silver back from you.
I don't know how this math works out at all.
My sources are trust me. So Clay and Leslie sleep together. That's it.
Could buy me dinner first.
Kidding.
He shrunk down to goblin size, but otherwise looks exactly the same as the Danny DeVito Goliath.
Why are you shaped like?
So, like, he looks like Danny DeVito.
Why? All right, let's go to bed.
All right. You guys go to sleep. Any other business?
I'm gonna set up a little tripwire, like bell trap on the door.
Okay.
That's about it.
Okay. So you do that, but the night passes uneventfully anyway. And you gain all the benefits of a long rest, and you find yourselves waking to the cold, crisp, clear day of the next day. A little bit of light snow gently wafting down.
All right, so what's on the docket today, guys?
Same thing we have on the docket every day, Kunk. Try to do whatever it is we're here to do.
All right, start tap dancing.
That's what we're doing now.
Nope, it's too early in the morning for tap dancing. That's only a 7.
Oh, that's you got practice.
Heart's clearly not in it this early in the morning.
You need your.
Don't ask me to tap dance until after I've had my coffee.
You need your morning dunk.
Need the morning kunk.
A morning dunk. Dunk kunk.
Ugh. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stay in bed today, guys.
You sneeze, you turn into a banana slug. You turn back again.
That was gross. You're gross.
Yeah, it's very gross. But you know,
Kunk.
It's who I am now. Actually, I wonder if there's anybody here who might be able to remove that.
Hey, wake up, Glob Talk. Wake up. Probably.
Well, where are you guys now?
Probably just in the hallway next to your room.
You'll hear a shout from downstairs then.
Down there. Right downstairs.
As you go down, she'll be in the corner with her little notes set out.
So
sort of like a conspiracy board on the table.
Do you have the red string?
Yes. As far as I can tell, we've got 3 angles here. There's Bindle's Flock, there's the Turning Tide, or there's the Golden Guard. Each of them will have people who have got something against the big men. So it's all about which one we want to find first.
I don't trust the Turning Tide. They are probably worse than Grizzler, honestly. The Golden God might be a good angle.
The Golden Guard.
Golden Guard.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, I think Grizzler thinks he's the Golden God. So
Yeah, it's
Golden
important points of disambiguation.
Golden Guard.
So there's the Golden Guard, there's the Golden God, which is Gristler, or at least how he refers to himself. And then there's his ERDS, who are guards who are golden.
And he also has a golden gourd in his garden. His golden garden.
His golden garden, golden gourd.
Yep.
He hides his stomach with his golden girdle. No, whatever we do with the Turning Tide, we're just going to be using them. We're not actually going to install Prince Rend.
Yeah, could just use them. That is true.
I think maybe the easiest angle right now will be going to the church.
The temple, Wilhelmel?
Yeah, whoever's there who's got something against Gristler, they might know something about the Tide or the Guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Glaptalk's always got the best idea.
That sounds like a compliment, but coming from you, it's concerning.
Well, you know, something could be 2 things.
Some things.
Everyone looks at Clay.
Why do I get the feeling you're talking about me?
I wasn't, but, you know, the shoe fits.
If the tapping shoe fits.
I mean, technically, every shoe could fit me pretty much.
Oh, he's not wearing any shoes again. No, he's wearing his one boot again.
On both feet. He's hopping.
No.
Hop.
But now that there's no guards that need to be swayed, he's just wearing his one boot.
No more performance checks.
Nope.
All right, I'm down for the temple.
Yeah.
All right, and that is in the upper district.
Are we allowed to go there, or is there restrictions on going to the upper district?
You don't know the answer to that, but it was offered to you as a
Yeah, I
as a
think
place.
I think the dwarf said he could take us there, but he said something like, "You probably don't have business there," which was kind of
Yeah.
insulting.
That is insulting. We'll have to
Ever
throw
get up
him
to the
off
cloud district? Oh, what am I saying? Of course you don't.
Poor teenager, he's really snobby. All right, let's go torture that teenager some more.
Well, after getting groused at by the innkeeper for poking thumbtack holes in his tables, you guys go outside, and once again, there are a couple of these platforms that go up and down over the course of the day, and you find that it is not the dwarf teenager, but a much older and a gruffer dwarf who is piloting it at this moment, much less inclined to conversation.
Hey, where'd the teenager go? I don't care if he's inclined or not.
I didn't know that dwarfs age so quickly.
Yeah, damn. Look, he finally grew an
Crank.
entire beard.
Crank, 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 crank,
Why does he keep saying crank?
crank,
Yeah, that's weird. You don't have to say
Yeah.
that when you do it.
crank, crank, crank,
I mean, if you want to, we're not going to stop you from saying crank.
crank, 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 crank. And you guys arrive at the next upper level, which is even further above the market cliff than the market cliff was above the lower district. And you come up to the top, and the houses here are opulent and more so than before built into the very cliff face itself. There are a number of fine manors, and at one end of the cliff, a tall, towering spire of a temple. It very much draws attention to itself. You get this idea that this is probably the reason why Gristler decided to use it as his flagship temple, is because it drew such attention to itself. As you look at it, you can actually see it is actively being painted golden, where before it was kind of an alabaster white. There's like a crew and scaffolding all around it.
You know, this temple would probably look better if it was like two-tone alabaster and golden, instead of just all gold.
I'm pretty sure that's blasphemy
Yeah.
on 2 levels.
Impressive.
So as we approach, does it seem like there are people going in or out generally
Yes.
anyway?
Yes, the doors are thrust open. There actually seems to be a bit of a gathering going on inside at the moment.
Remember, the low cover, clandestine. Only tap dance if it helps.
He doesn't even have his tap dancing.
Yeah. Put that back on.
You probably should.
No, only if it helps.
Yeah, only if it helps.
Gotcha. So, if I need to take them out of my bag, put it back, then tap dance.
If you need to.
Only if I need to.
Okay.
What about snapping? How do we feel about snapping? Okay, I'm just gonna start snapping.
Okay, you start snapping as you guys enter the temple to Gristler. I'm going to go ahead and call it right there. I have the feeling that this is going to be a little bit involved. Sorry you guys didn't get to kill anything. You probably could have gotten away with pushing that drunk elf off the cliff.
I was fine not doing that.
That's all. I mean, you guys did wipe out a Yeti village last session, so
We don't know that. We don't know if they're dead.
it's true. As if you don't go back and check, it's not real.
Yeah. We weren't responsible for that anyway. It wasn't us. It was the prospector guy.
Yeah, you were just the getaway vehicle.
Yeah.
The
And-
delivery vehicle.
Yeah. It's funny. It's like UPS, except it was more like OOPS.
Oops.
I do want to let you guys know that at one point I was considering making the money of the kingdom Electrum just to piss everybody off.
Oh, fuck Electrum.
What's the exchange rate there?
Probably less favorable. All right, you take the gondola. There is actually a nation in this world that is also called Gondola.
Are they like little bear people with 2 legs? That's it?
No.
That's it.
I'm sorry, my brain is racing trying to figure that out.
It's a dumb meme.
Okay. I'm like, are you talking about Ewoks? Anyway.
Oh, fuck off, Dave.
Yeah, there you go.
You don't want to know.
You
Carry
don't want
on.
to. You don't want to know. It's so
Sail
stupid.
right past it.
Just go away from it. Just get away from it while you can.
Jesus fuck, what is this thing?
A gondola.
No, get away from it.
Get away from it.
Quickly delete it.
All right.
Pedo Bear had a baby with the Fresno Nightcrawler.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to describe it.
Thank you for making me think of Pedo Bear for the first time in like 20 years or whatever.
It is quite
Jesus
old.
fuck.
It is. I think it is actually as old as it.
Well, I didn't need that. That's going to be a boss fight.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
You're welcome.
Now I'm thinking about how to work that into a campaign somewhere. All right. Okay. Yeah, so the gondola has settled to the bottom. Why is it called gondola? Why is that thing called gondola?
We gotta get away from it.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry.